We got Doug. Welcome everybody to the Archa Cafe. Doug, I know you just popped in there, sir. We just went live literally 3 seconds ago. um, we're just here introducing everybody. So again, we got some special guests on the cafe tonight. So
Yeah.
Mr.
Well,
Oswald.
this cafe is special. This cafe is
Yes.
definitely special because, in all the journey of Arca Cafe that started off a couple of months back, this is the first ever AMA that's happening. And who better than the first external project that would be part of the Arca ecosystem, right?
You're dang right.
So,
Yes.
yeah, we have the Scratch team with us right now. We have Sean, we have Dog, and we have Tim and others. So sorry if I missed your names. Okay. So, it would be a good discussion today because we are going to learn about what Scratch is. We are going to go through what they have to speak about their project, and we will get to know more about it. And probably we will. They have a presentation that they would like to showcase, and we'll give them that space, and then we will have some questions taken up from the chat section. So, guys, if you have any questions from your side for the Scratch team, please hold on to those questions until the end of the presentation, and later on we will pick up all those queries and have them addressed over here. And probably most of the queries that you already have would be addressed in the presentation itself. So that's the reason we are asking you guys to hold on a little. And later on, we will again go back to Arca after these updates are done. And let's see. Arca also has a lot in store, especially the new component of Guardian Herald, right? So that's something that I want to personally discuss about. And we'll have that later on run. But yeah, over to you, the Scratch team. Welcome to Archangel Cafe.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Hey, Caddy, you want to pop that prezo?
Yes, we got you there. Add it to stream.
So first of all, we want to thank everybody for listening tonight. We're humbled to be here with the Arca community and be able to introduce what our project is. My name's Tim. I'm the project manager, and we've got a few others with us tonight. I'll introduce them as we go and kind of introduce our project roles, and then the overall game here. So the big part of what we're doing here is trying to work with companies like Arca and find people that are in our view of how to handle holes in the crypto space. And currently, there's just so many holes out there, and adoption is tough, and especially in the NFT area and decentralized finance versus centralized finance, we're trying to break those holes through. And our team is a small team, but we have big goals, and we have the ability to do this. We have myself and Chris as well as in the room, Cody as well in the room. Chris and Cody are my research analysts. Cody focuses on more market adoption, user rates, what's trending in the NFT world. Chris is the charts and graphs guy. Calls danger, Tim, stop, or buy, and I really rely on him a lot when I use him for my investments. And so we've become a friendship. And over the time of our friendship growing and working together daily, they would come to me with projects and ideas and things. And one day they came to me with a project, and they know that NFTs mean not for Tim. And that's the acronym for NFTs. Not for Tim, I'm out. I don't want to be involved. And then they changed my philosophy pretty quickly. And it came with a format of Cody and Chris coming in with their papers in hand saying, I got this idea, Tim. This one's the real one. And it was funny because they said, why don't we come like loans like on NFTs? Tim, you could open up your assets. Because for me, I looked at NFTs as real estate. I buy an NFT, I then own it, and I have equity in it, and I have asset. But how am I going to sell it? How am I going to move it? What if my ETH balance goes too low and I can't jump in on a project, or Arca needs me to jump in and buy some more because we're in a little dip, and I love to do this, and I can't because I'm tied up in an NFT. So they came up with this loan idea where it would release a little bit of my equity from an NFT and put it out there. And I said, that sounds pretty cool. But I wasn't there, right? It's not for Tim still. And I went away for a couple days, and I actually flew out and I saw Sean. We were on a boys trip out east, and it was a good time. And we were talking about it a little bit, and we circled back when I got home with Cody and Chris, and the loaning is a good idea. And it was really good idea because it was instant loaning. It was releasing those funds right now in the initial concept. But it came to the problem that we're faced and we believe we've solved, or we're working on solving, I should say. And it is, how do you get a true value of the NFT? Do your own research, go to the community, go to that community and see what they'll buy it for. It's too daunting. It's heavy lifting. It's not easy. So, and if anybody's ever tried to evaluate their own NFT or buy an NFT or mint an NFT, which these guys made me do, so I could figure it out and understand the heavy lifting, this engine that we're going to talk about really, really, really solves these problems. So we had a little meeting between Chris, Cody, and I, and it was actually in a garage, and we threw paper on the wall. We were whiteboarding. I mean, we were drawing. We looked like a Beautiful Mind movie going on out there with a bunch of ones and zeros all over the wall. And then we were sitting there thinking, we need two people immediately. It was no question, Sean and Doug. And both of those, I've had previous experience with them in the startup world. We've been in the technology space together before many moons ago. And we've continued to go down those paths as professionals past our startup career together. And Doug is a great product designer, great branding manager. He understands the core components to take vision, put it into graphic assets, into UI, UX, and how to work with engineering teams. And then Sean is no beginner or newbie to startup world and running these. And you can read about them on our website and who these guys are. I'm not going to talk about them forever, but bringing this team together, it's an unstoppable team. We have some very, very intelligent people in this room on this conference that know how to take startup and know how to grow it. But at the end of the day, you want to know about what this is. And so with further ado, the Scratch token truly is the catalyst, the gas, the fuel to our engine. And that engine is what is going to drive this product. It is our baseline. It is our entry to our ecosystem. And the more fuel we have, the stronger, the faster, the more economic it becomes. And we're excited to share it with you. So we're going to take a little bit of a dive. And please respect the fact that it is intellectual property, it is proprietary data. So we're not going to reveal all of it, but we are going to give you some example of what we're talking about. And so one of the key features of identifying NFTs and understanding the value is truly going to be coming from a data set that's out there. And we're going to talk about a few of those today. And one of them being the global metadata. And understanding, that's one of our first polls in our API world. And understanding what, NFT site the NFT may be listed on, or the market it was launched or minted on, as well as other public domains, so we understand who that company is. And it's our first check against security. Mr. Osline brought up a conversation last week in the AMA or in the Archa Cafe saying, how do we worry about security? Well, that's our number one focus, is security. And with that global metadata, we're going to be able to identify right away if it's just a JPEG. We're going to be able to find out from those attributes the data inside the contract initially, immediately, and be able to handle that and know if this is a fake or a real. And then we look at the next step, the Nft ownership history. And this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets interesting. We get to see previous transactions versus current transactions, owner history. Is it a small community and been transacted a lot, or was it a really large community and no transaction? Those are diamond hands. And we get to really see and know a little bit more about the history. But then it changes. Chris, we were just talking about this. What was it like? What sold the other day?
Yeah, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So recently, like Steph Curry, Post Malone, and last week Eminem just bought a Bored Ape for 123 ETH. Over $400,000. So there's a lot of variables that go into NFTs.
Yeah, and I think the famous or the celebrity or the brand, even you were talking about it, Cody. What was it?
Yeah, so our previous first lady, she just launched an NFT marketplace, Miss Trump, and then also when you start talking about just brands, Nike, they just bought out a NFT project and completely bought them out for millions and millions of dollars. I mean, this is a project that I was actually in originally the Discord when it was a week or two old, and I saw there was just some NFT artwork, pictures of some shoes, and slapping myself. I left the Discord server because it didn't really look like it was going to be anything. And then come to find out, like 2-3 weeks later, Nike comes out and buys the entire project out. And that is because they were building avatars that you can mint as NFTs. And I mean, just going into the huge retail space as it's exploding.
Yeah, and when we have brands coming on or we have celebrities coming on, that's going to change those values, because that transactional history has changed. And so we have to take that into consideration. But then a liquidity, statement, which blockchain is it on? Is it on Ethereum, or is it on Polygon, or is it on DAO? Or what was the one, Chris, that you just bought?
Yeah. I just bought some Hot Wheels.
What is it called?
Hot Wheels on the Wax blockchain.
On Wax. So that's pretty cool. But we don't care what blockchain it's on. We're going to show you the value of it on that blockchain. So if it's Ethereum, Polygon, DAO, Wax, whatever it is, we're going to tell you what it's worth. And we're going to tell it to you right now. There's going to be some other factors into it with rarity and different attributes, kind of like a sports car. One may look alike, but one has the tech package or the performance package, which changes the value of that vehicle. And that's why we say we're the KBB of NFTs. We are going to be able to separate those rarity values, those ownership histories. Is it a one owner? Is it multi-owner? Those kind of pieces to it. But then there's other various data sets that Scratch then verifies and ciphers that data, then extrapolates that to our proprietary database and algorithm, which then gives the full scrub down and represents the value. And we display it simple, easy for you. And that enables a holistic view for us. Once we can identify the value of an NFT, and I apologize, Doug, I know you worked so hard on this, man, and you've been not sleeping for weeks, as many of us. I had to black out a couple areas on our UI and UX because I can't share some of this. It's a 1-2-3 step to get the information. 1, 2, 3. I'm giving you 1, so I'm not going to give you the 2 and the 3. So that's our proprietary technology, but we're going to be able to display that rapidly right now within seconds, so you can make educational decisions. But more importantly, it becomes that holistic view, like I said, to our platform. And our platform's much more than the engine. The engine, again, just drives the car. It just moves it down the way. So, Sean, go ahead. Let's talk about the holistic view on the platform.
Sure. So we started to look at solving this problem, which is standardization. We believe that bringing some standardization to NFT is going to help enable an entire ecosystem. So when we started to look at, and again, at the center is you got the Scratch token, which is, again, the fuel that's driving all of it, that starts with the Scratch engine. And it becomes a larger scale. There's lots of moving parts to this. So we realized that we needed to create a platform approach, an API that's going to scale for each of the individual services in and of themselves, to have security within each of the APIs as well, because some of this we will do ourselves. Some of this that we may service individual NFT owners, or to have them analyze a full portfolio of individuals. But we see this more as a SaaS model, where other marketplaces will leverage our services through APIs. And so that is the way that the product is going to be designed for future proofing and future scale. So it'll have security within each of the components, which are listed there. Of course, tokens at the center. The Scratch engine will be the first thing that we start to implement, and we'll show you the roadmap in just a minute, right? This is a very big problem. We're a small company. We need to bite this off in stages. And so we'll get into our roadmap in just a minute. But the idea here is future-proofing the development that we're doing and compartmentalizing the various aspects of what we need to roll out. And again, some of this we may do ourselves, others we may partner with throughout. So for example, the loaning, we're looking at partners for the actual loaning of that. So once we provide a value, the idea is we need to back it up. So if that's the case, we can provide potentially through ourselves or through partners instant money, which will be a percentage of the overall value. If that happens at that time, then we will assume or lock that NFT, which will be moved into the vault until at a time the loan is either satisfied or in some cases maybe defaulted, at which point we would assume that ownership, and then that would potentially be sold or listed in our gallery. And again, that gallery could consist of other marketplace items, or maybe our items are listed in other galleries. But again, all of this is going to be driven by an API approach. So we'll be able to partner, just as we're getting information that we're not sharing with you, information on marketplace and history. Some of that is free, some of it's paid, some of it we crawl. Our data will be accessed via APIs through our partners. So that's the approach. The other thing that we can get, again, through the APIs is this, because we're solving a problem with stability and security. We want to be able to compartmentalize each of the components so that we can secure them and as well as scale each of them differently, as maybe one of them is more important. For example, maybe the engine and the values needs more throughput than, say, the loan and the gallery, or any of those. So we can scale each of these individually and have different dev teams for each of these if we so choose as well. So that's the ecosystem and what we're calling the Scratch platform, which again, when we go over our roadmap, then we can go next to the roadmap. You'll see, we're starting out developing this in phases, but we've got a long-term vision of this.
Well, one of the things too, Sean, though, let's talk about the vault, right? Before we move to the roadmap, I think one of the biggest pieces that we have to talk about is security, right? We're holding other people's assets, titles to your home, to your car, essentially, right? But in a digital format, and it's got to have security there. So we're working with third-party insurance companies to protect that against database issues, hacks, ransomware, et cetera, cybersecurity problems to $500 million. So we're going to protect our people. As we're holding your Scratch, a staked asset, we want to make sure we protect you. You want to talk about that a little bit, what we're formulating that?
Sure, yeah. And again, as we show the roadmap next, we have security built in at every phase that we're developing in this. We'll have security for each of these components. And then thinking beyond that, at some point in the future, we'll share our insurances at each part of this. So, the SaaS platform companies will have an insurance with that. Our development companies will have an insurance that are going to be associated with them. And so I'd imagine at some point, much like we show a more detailed platform picture in the future, we'll show where we're exposed and what our liability is. And that's not only from an operational standpoint of, maybe there's a bug or there's a security flaw, who's liable for that? We're going to limit that liability from scratch to the development teams. And then as well as on a business side, right? So if we're holding any number of hundreds of millions of dollars in assets and maybe we've loaned out money, we don't want to assume that liability. So we're a small company solving a big problem. We don't know what we're going to expect, but we certainly want to limit both the security exposure, but also project stability. And the way that we can do that as a small company is by offsetting that liability through insurances. So we'll share that more in the future. Does that answer your question, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was just an important feature before we jumped into the roadmap.
Yeah. And again, we'll list that out at some point in the future, and we have a better visibility of what our platform actually looks like and the services we're using. So yeah, and again, as I said, moving to this is, the one thing I just want to talk about, we're not going to talk about all these things right now. I mean, what I want from an overview is to just realize that we have a long-term goal here. We have a long-term plan, and you'll even look at the end of our roadmap. So where you see 3, that's kind of a nebulous Q3, Q4 plan, but we don't really know. Again, we've got a lot of things to solve between now and then. So we'll talk about the first 2 quarters for sure. But if you look at the end of our Q3, Q4 roadmap, we're already looking at 2023 roadmap items. And we won't really know. This will be based on demand. This may be based on commercials, and maybe based on scale, we might need to focus on scale over features. But the idea here, that I just want to relay to you is that we've got a long-term goal here, and that we're forward-thinking well beyond just these first few phases out the gate. We're really looking to solve this problem long-term. All right, you want to get into the details?
Yeah, Cody, let's go, baby. Let's talk about what we're doing.
So just to kind of piggyback off of Sean and Tim, as you guys will see throughout the roadmap, we do have those security audits, and every single phase, those audits are the most important thing to us, right? So security for us and then for our investors and our team is the most important as we grow and expand. So you will notice those throughout all the phases. But starting at phase 1, we do have the launching of all of our social sites and assets. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, Discord. The Discord was built, and we'll invite you guys there. Encourage you guys to go hang out, chat in there. All of our stuff is linked in there as well. Our info website was already launched, and it is up right now. You can go get some digestible. Global.
Actually, we have an announcement. So yes, the info website was launched, but we went ahead and migrated today. Thank you, Doug, for staying up for 37 hours straight.
Thank you.
And we went ahead and migrated to our global site today. So
awesome.
We can go ahead and chalk that up.
Awesome. Yeah. So do you want to announce what it is, or?
Well, we will.
Okay. All right. So the global site's up. And it is awesome. Again, Doug, thank you so much. You've done a killer job. Continuing on, as far as liquidity lock and your multi-sig wallets, liquidity lock, that is going to be done obviously in the future. As the token gets done and finished being developed, that liquidity is going to be locked. We already have everything set up and ready to go for that. But as soon as the token's done, that will be done. The multi-sig wallets are also already set up, again, for the security of our investors and for our community and team. Those are set up for us as well. We're hoping to deploy the scrap.
No, yeah, I was just going to say, we're targeting this Q1 launch, but we're really aiming for mid to end February.
Right.
Really going to be based on, Chris, the announcement that you're going to talk about. That's going to be what's depending of our timeline.
Yeah, so we've got our crosshairs on a huge exchange. That's the way we'd like to go.
A household name, not just a huge exchange. Household name.
That's the way we'd like to go. And you can kind of see our roadmap. There's some things that we've already knocked out quickly. Just because everything's not done on one doesn't mean we're not working on the next. We've got bits and pieces rocking and rolling. So we're aiming for this big exchange. We're confident that we can get there. If not, we do have a backup plan. We will be getting on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. But kind of what Sean said is this is a long term. We've got a lot of ideas, a lot of good stuff, and we're building it, and we're making sure everything's right and tidy as we release it and share it.
It's so funny too, because I called Joe 3 times a day. Sorry, Joe. I call him 3 times a day because I'm like, dude, you wouldn't believe what my guys just brought to me. I got to tell somebody because I told them to shut up. We're not doing that. We're focusing on this, right? We're still focused on stage 1, 2, and 3. We can't. But it's just amazing how, when we start these progresses and what we're going into, and it's fun. It really is. We have a long roadmap. We have a long-term goal. We have the vision out there, and that's what Cody and Chris are really working on, is making sure that as the market adapts, as data adapts, that we're adapting too. And are we going to be relevant? In the vault. Let's talk about the vault. Fractional ownership of the largest NFTs for people. Being able to communicate back and forth to stakeholders and NFT people that have loans directly through the Vault app. So, these things that we're solving in that process are going to be huge. And I think as we identify these solutions, and even though you see the 23 roadmap, we've already started establishing those things out there. So, but at the end of the day,
Tim, I just need something real quick there on that. One of the things I missed is, we're keeping in mind that this is an ecosystem. Yeah, whether the marketplace or the vault or even the gallery becomes a main focus of what we do, really what we're doing again with the API approach is enabling the ecosystem of what's happening, and the support that we're getting is incredible, and the amount of partnerships that are coming to fruition from this are incredible as well. So even though we have this platform to enable an ecosystem, we may not be the center point in all of those various services.
Right. So good point, Sean.
And I think like what you were probably about to bring this up. You know, one of the big things for me and Tim and Chris, you know, all of us are involved in Arca, and Arca's whole backbone is solving problems.
Yeah.
And so that is one of the things as we build this and we expand and create this is solving a problem. And you know, just to kind of hand that over to Tim, I assume that's kind of where he was going with this about it. You know, what you guys really want to know is what does this mean for Arca?
Yeah, well, the Scratch token launch, right? When is this thing coming about? I can see the comments rolling. When is this? When do I get my money ready? How do I do this? What? But we have a Q1 planned launch. So, I mean, that is coming. It's coming. A couple things are going to be determined by the exchange and then the security audit. If we find any vulnerabilities, it may take us a little bit longer to knock that to get to the launch phase. But we are focusing on that major exchange. And we believe firmly that we will be across everybody's computer screen with our marketing efforts in having this announcement when we are ready. Just make sure you're ready. You're ready.
And just so that everybody knows.
But
sorry.
The next piece is, what does it mean for Arca, right? We're here to talk about Arca and what Scratch is doing for Arca, because Arca is bringing this huge community. We're releasing to you first. You're the only one that know. A pre-sale that's going to begin January 15th. So you're going to be able to get in early and get your portion of the Scratch, get your Scratch, if you will. And we're gonna give you more information on our link on our website to follow up, and so you can watch all that information unfold on our website, live on our telegrams and our Twitter and all of our other socials. Make sure that you're getting that social information, those links from our website, though. We don't want to have any situations out there where you're getting a bad link. So please, please, please follow our website. Follow our Telegram. You're going to find some information. And you can go find our website right now. It's live at scratchengine.com. www.scratchengine.com. All of our links are there. Dig in. Find some information. You have questions? Get a hold of me on Telegram. Get a hold of Cody. Get a hold of Chris, Sean. We're there to answer the questions. We're going to try to address as many questions as we have right now. So with that, without further ado, let's open it up to the floor.
All right. Caddy, you're on mute.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I know we had a few questions roll through. Man, by the way, that was awesome, guys. That I can't wait for Scratch. There was one really good question. I believe Wilkerson dropped it here. I'm trying to scroll back through to find it. It was in regards
Caddy, in the meantime, are you excited about Scratch or are you waiting to scratch?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm telling you, what these guys, what this group of people, I've had a chance to kind of have a little one-on-one with Tim. What these guys are setting out to do, it's freaking amazing. They're taking it to a whole new realm there. I found that question that we were looking for. Quick question. If I was to mint a ton of NFTs, could I come to Scratch for you guys to put a value on them before releasing them?
So, Sean, you want to handle it?
Yeah, I got this. So the answer is absolutely. So the way that we're designing this and the desire that we want this to be able to be done is to both handle this on an individual basis for a single NFT, or an individual basis who could submit an entire portfolio. Beyond that, we anticipate or we hope for this, again, to be a standard valuation tool is for multiple or hopefully most, if not all, marketplaces to be able to leverage through APIs this valuation. Now, we haven't fully vetted it out, whether it's going to have a little Scratch symbol or some kind of, again, we're trying to become the KBB, the Kelly Blue Book, or the standard value to enable the marketplace. So to answer your question, yes, we're building this. That gets back to that whole platform API that I was talking about, so that we can do this at scale, doing many, hopefully thousands per minute or hundreds per minute type transactions. You may not get the answers right away because there is quite a bit of data that we need to analyze internally. There's a lot of data points that are going into the valuation. It's not an easy problem, but you will be able to submit them, multiple of them, and get the values before you launch them, before you list them. Does that answer the question, you think?
That is freaking insane. Let's see.
So one
Yeah,
of the
we give
things
them a-
too, though, in regard to that is, we might, also give tips on how to increase your value, right? So if you're an early adopted NFT, early minted NFT, we're going to give you the tips that are going to help you grow your NFT, because we're going to show you what scored that and why we came up with that valuation. And so that's going to help you build value.
Hey, Tim, do we know a service we might want to post videos like that on?
Yeah, the brainstem, right? So I was hoping someone was going to ask the question about, like, how are we going to do this? But yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and tackle that. So one of our value adds from the Arca partnership is brainstem, where we can teach people how to increase value, how to do research, what to look for, the securities, the things that we're checking. And then also with the Guardian relationship there, validating websites that you're minting your NFT on, as well as our project's going to be up at the top as the partner level. So I kind of jumped ahead there because I wanted to talk about that, but yeah, there. I dropped it.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, well, we do have a lot of bombs dropped in this Archa Cafe every week. Come on live,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some more than what
All
I was
right.
expecting for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing which I want to put across over here, I was speaking about this to Tim as well earlier. This vision of the project is something which I have personally not seen in any of the other crypto projects that are out there, especially evaluating your NFTs, providing a security to NFTs, and finding whether it's the real value that you actually pay for it or not. What is the use case, right? So there are a lot of NFTs which are out there in the market, which are just JPEG images. I brought this up, and Tim did address it over here in terms of finding out those fraudulent NFTs that are happening. Now, these kind of frauds that happen with NFTs not only are hitting the owner as well. It's not just the owner, it's or the artist who is getting loss of the royalty, but also if there is a use case that comes in to that particular NFT in the near future, say you're coming out with a game and this NFT is part of the game, it's getting integrated to it, and you own some JPEG images which are actually frauds, then it's a loss for you because that will never get integrated to your game, right? So it's a win-win situation for both the artist right now because the artist would get to know or get his true royalty out there by selling his legit NFTs. And I'm personally looking out on a very long run or on a very long vision, kind of Scratch becoming a certifying agency for NFTs or something like that. It's just a wild thought that just crossed my mind. I don't know if it's in plans for you guys or it's already been in discussion, but what I'm thinking is, okay, I go to OpenSea market and I just scroll through most of the NFTs and OpenSea NFT registered artists and stuff. But also, what if in the future, if this project goes all big and what we are planning to achieve is really achieved, then in those cases, you can also look into a concept where you have the Scratch tiny symbol showing up next to that NFT or top of NFT stating that it is Scratch certified. So if you mean that it is Scratch certified, that means that it's a legitimate NFT that's out there. So that's a win-win situation for both the people who are trying to buy that NFT as well as people who are trying to sell that too, right? And valuation of NFTs is something which is a very, very big concept right now. Literally, we have seen drawings of 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. It's depending on the interests of people. I'm not saying no to that. Sell for 2 to 3 Ethereum worth. It's crazy out there. The NFT market is really crazy. But when you own an NFT for say 0.01 Ethereum or 0.02 Ethereum at the very beginning of the stage, right, and then later on 1 month or 2 months down the lane, you never know. You just want to just sell NFT. You only look at the floor price at the last recent transaction. That too, few people do that and few people do not, right? But what is the real true worth of your NFT? What is the real use case that's behind it, and what value would it be giving you? Is something which is not truly known to anyone. Now, with Scratch Engine, you guys bringing in that concept at least, letting know that okay, this might be the potential value for this NFT with various other statistical data that you can leverage, and that's something I personally feel is really good. It's something which is really needed in the NFT space, because as far as I've been going through the news, as far as I've seen the space of NFT grow from last May or June period for till now, 2022 is definitely going to be a year where we can see a lot more development in NFTs. And having this at the beginning of 2022 brought up, wherein you say that you are evaluating NFTs, you are providing loans against NFTs, that opens up a whole new angle, in fact, right? So, I mean, I was speaking about this other day with the Joe and others on the Archa Cafe as well, regarding having NFTs to sell your houses. Now, how cool would that be to have an NFT to go ahead and take a loan on your house? That's another concept which just hit my mind with Scratch right now, right? So, yeah, I mean, possibilities are day by day increasing, and NFTs are not just JPG images right now. NFTs are not just artistic images right now. NFTs are much more than that. So, I mean, even your car documents or your driving license can also be an NFT tomorrow. You never know, right?
Yep.
So the possibilities are endless, but this particular problem solution that these guys have planned probably is good, is much needed right now. But yeah, it's all down to the execution part. Being a critic I am, the execution really needs to be flawless on this part.
Definitely. So, Sean, do you want to take a question there real quick?
Yeah, did you want to put that up? I thought it was a pretty interesting question. There you go. So are we working with Oversea and the rest of these companies? And the answer is we are either already working with them or we are in works to work with them. And again, I think they're as excited about something like this. Again, there is a need for standardization to enable the market, and they see this as well as a need. So in some of these situations, we're exchanging, we're just like our API SaaS model, we're actually paying for data and we're partnering with them and going through what is going to be shared and how, and so others are free. But yeah, so we're absolutely need to work with these players and all players for this to work. But yeah, so obviously OpenSea is the biggest, and we're maybe Tim, you've got some information on that we might be able to share on this. And again, we have to hold some of this a little close to the vest, guys. We're still very early. We're not out the gate. Somebody with $1 billion could come in and eat our lunch. So we have to be a bit careful about what we share. But obviously, this is what we're trying to.
These are our targeted partners. So
and we have some
G2. These are definitely targeted partners, right? Some of them, right? And we're definitely working with 5 of them already. So I'll leave it at that. And you can do maybe 6 actually. Now that we got that a little bit better, but so yeah, we're definitely working with them.
More balls to drop.
And we're gonna leave that. But yeah, like Sean said, there's just some data questions that we just will not answer as of yet. But it will be released on a technical roadmap as well as a full documented API and solution roadmap white paper coming soon.
Yeah, and again, this is not Scratch being the top of the food chain in a bubble. This is Scratch working with all of the players in NFT as part of a marketplace industry solution, right? So that means we would work with everyone. I saw another quick question. It said, so I will get my NFT value on the data from the marketplace. Now what we're seeing is the Scratch engine is going to drive the Scratch valuation, which was that little card that we showed. It's an easy, simple to understand valuation for the NFT, along with potentially what we might loan against it, depending on the value. Marketplaces, what I was saying for that is, with other marketplaces, we hope that they'll use this service, and maybe there's some indicator that there's some of the ones that are listed are scratch held, and maybe some of the other ones aren't. So again, driving that standardization, where you might get a value of an NFT that you're trying to buy in some marketplace, maybe our own, that might have our valuation, but that's what we're trying to drive, right? So that, when you, for example, when you go to cars.com or somewhere, they always list the Kelly Blue Book value, right? That's the idea we're trying to get to here, enabling the marketplace.
Nice. So I have a quick question for you guys. Why did you choose Scratch as the name? What was the fun of behind choosing Scratch? All right. No, I was just, intrigued by the name, in fact.
Now, man. No.
Give me some scratch.
Yeah, give us some scratch, right?
It's a colloquialism in English. It's dough.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out on a good note on that answer, okay? we had some interesting names. So.
No, I just wanted to know whether there is some interesting story behind that. I was just scratching my head and suddenly this idea popped up, so I wanted to name it Scratch.
That's it. That's exactly what it was.
Oh no, I gave the question and I gave the answer from my end as well. All right.
It's a long story behind it, so maybe one day I'll share it with you. I'm not doing
Sure. No, totally understand. And a really good point in terms of Sean bringing up in terms of, not revealing too much, and Tim, you as well, not revealing too much. A lot of people are very eager to know a lot about the projects. Yes, we understand that eagerness is in place, but there is something that we need to also find out, that in this part of people who are very eager to know what the project is and what they're all set to do in the crypto space, there are also those kind of people who just want to do a copy paste of your individual idea into their own so-called platform or anywhere else, right? So you have an idea which you want to go ahead and build, and you are putting your hard work and effort in terms of getting that a reality. But in the sidelines, you just see someone just come over and steal that from you and move out. I mean, it has happened not in the crypto space alone; it's happened in the corporate field as well. And being with market research as my day job, I have seen many such scenarios. In fact, where you have a very cool idea about bringing it into reality, and then you're setting up the things in the background, and all of a sudden, someone just burps that thing out to somewhere, and boof. Someone with a lot of money just comes in, swoops it, and just moves on. So you're left out without actually moving ahead with any of your project work because someone else has just taken that idea out from you, right? So that's something we need to be really careful about in terms of sharing information as such. And this is just the beginning. I mean, this will not be a project which is like, it's just 1 or 2 days, and then after that, everything is over and ready, and you can go ahead and start using it. Everything is on price. No, that's not the case. There are certain stages where you need to release information, just like that's happening with a lot of other projects. People need to know that as well. So all your when questions, I guess, will have to hold for a little more time.
I saw somebody asking about Metaverse. The only thing that I'll say is we've covered something regarding that on the roadmap, which is in the white paper, and I believe on the website. So that's all we can say for now. But again, I think if you look at that phase roadmap, that we've thought about a lot, and it's a long-term project.
It is definitely in our vision. We'll leave it at that.
You know what my crazy mind is thinking right now when they say Metaverse? You have a digital space, you have a Scratch office over there, wherein people in the Metaverse who bought NFTs, they just walk into your store and they give you this NFT and ask you to go ahead and let them, get a loan or probably work as a bank as well as a certifying agency in the Metaverse itself. That's what is my crazy mind thinking right now.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Okay. All right, I can connect the dots later on. Cool. So I mean, 66 GTO actually brought up a very good comment in terms of the name Scratch. So because they started from scratch, that's nice.
Again, we'll conduct more of these. This is just a initial run.
K Crypto, did you want to pull that up?
Yeah, if you give me 1 second here, I'm working on getting it back here. I accidentally closed out of it.
No worries.
One moment.
I like 1K millionaires. We just voted we can do a pre-sale for pre-sale today. We're gonna be we're January 15th. Doug, you outdid yourself.
Yes.
So this is going to be the continual global site. If you notice at the top right corner where it's going to say launch pre-sale, eventually that's going to launch the actual app, the Scratch engine. So you won't see a UI UX change here. We're very much a Google search site, if you will, right?
By the way, this is the website that you just pulled up, right?
And if you notice in the top middle, we're going to have our valuation, our daily token value, how many valuations we're performing, and what the current ETH price is. I imagine we'll extend that out as we grow and as we develop more. We'll extend it out to other blockchain. But just for demonstration, we wanted to make sure we had some values in there, real time live values. And then if you scroll down a little bit, Caddy, we can.
By the way, we're having Zoom issues. For those that can't see it, you can go to scratchengine.com and look at it for yourself. It's live right now.
And then as you get a chance to take that time on scratchengine.com, read some of this content. It is it'll explain a lot of the questions that we're having over in the comments that maybe we haven't had a chance to address. It really focuses on our ecosystem, our platform itself. We have our full white paper, light paper on there, the tokenomics breakdown, and a little bit about our team and a couple questions that we hear all the time. And then the full detailed roadmap for Q1, Q2, Q3, and 4. The pre-sale date, it is countdown on there already. That is live. 12 days, 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 23 seconds. So we got some work ahead of us to get this thing ready to go for you, but we will be ready then, so we don't miss deadlines. And it'll give you some good information. I implore you to check it out. Make sure you do connect to our socials from that site. Nowhere else, please.
And to kind of tie into that with Tim, none of us, admins, moderators, nobody involved with the Scratch token, Scratch engine, Scratch community is ever going to DM or message you first. But that being said, anybody that has questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, we are always open to all of that. Please get a hold of us, contact us on our socials, Telegram, Discord, whatever. We know we're only as good as our community. So we hope that you guys hop on and give us those ideas and suggestions. But again, security is top most important. So none of us will ever get a hold of you, tell you to come join. You have a private special link to a pre-sale. None of that's ever going to happen. So, but that being said, again, get a hold of us, get on those socials. We are just excited as all get out to join on this with you guys.
Okay, I know from me, Antonio, and Mr. Oslan both, that statement right there alone is much appreciated from our side of the table. We take security and people's safety as the utmost importance. They got to remember, you're your first line defense out there. If somebody DMs you and claims anything, this is what I always recommend: jump into that community's chat, call them out, and that way, one, it'll let you know if they're real or not. Two, it lets the community be aware of what's going on in the background.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely, guys. Thank you for coming on. Was there any other questions that we needed to button up here?
Yeah, I'm just running through this chat for the same.
Yep. Here, I'll post it to all 4 channels here real quick. Give me just 1 second. Switch that over.
Yeah.
Hey, Caddy, I'll send you.
In the chat.
Yeah, I would just make sure you post the link to the site so that way they can get the sub-sites from there.
The officials.
Yep, that just went to all 4 channels.
Perfect.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah. And public sale, pre-sale. I mean, Louis, I think it's too early to speak of public sale. Let's hear what the details of the pre-sale are. Let it be happening in phases. But if my experience goes, it would take another 10 days, ideally, from the pre-sale completion. I mean, pre-sale announce date probably to get those things sorted out. That's the vague estimate that you can have. So probably by end of Jan or first week of Feb is where you can have a vague estimate of the public launch. Am I right in this, Tim, Sean?
I think that's a good statement right there. We will be done with the contract, but it's going to be the exchanges and the audits. So the security audits that's going to hold us up. So I think we'll have more visibility into a better timeline towards the middle and end of January of our actual public launch.
Yeah, Tim, there's a question for clarification along the side of that. It just reiterates what you were just saying, but specifically.
I don't see it.
In the private
Which one are we
chat.
talking about from Miss Demara?
Yeah, in the private chat. So he came late. He's saying the January 15 is a pre-sale just for Arca. Yes.
Yeah.
When can the public get it? That's what we were just talking about. We're aiming for Q2. It'll probably be end of Q2. It depends on a number of factors. As we said, we're trying for a pretty significant launch marketplace, but we still got to work things out, right? We've got a plan A and plan B, as we said. Right, Tim? You want to extrapolate on that?
So I think there's two statements happening there. So we are looking at a token launch pending an audit and an exchange launch, which will happen in Q1. So that tightens that up. The pre-sale for just Arca holders, you will be the first to know, the first link, the first everything because of our partnership. For us to validate just you being an Arca holder, I don't know that will be able to happen. I wouldn't want to overpromise that it's just purely Arca holders only, just from the fact that we don't know you. We don't want.
Yeah, I think that's a question which Joe would have to answer.
Yeah, we're going to release it to the Arca community first and foremost, and we're here for the long haul. We are a partner. We believe in this partnership on many different levels. I talk with Joe quite frequently about vision and long-term growth and sustainability and where we're going with our project and where Guardian, Brainstem, Arca is, other epics, and the value that happens. So we're gonna hold that relationship very, very, very close to our best and do whatever we can to make it right. So you guys are first. Plus, Cody, you're right. We all hold Arca. So we were all there on day one. Yeah. So some of us a little earlier on. But we've all. Chris is a little upset by that one still. He got on the moon on day one. He was dealing with the or something. He couldn't get his go through, and yeah, he was the top. He was fire on day one. I actually
the joys of launches. The joys of launches.
Yeah, so like I said, we're back to the statement. Arca is the first to know.
Yes. It looks like Wilkerson dropped another question here. In NFTs, them being a somewhat new thing in crypto, how would you recommend a newcomer to get into NFTs?
Chris, you want to handle that? That is you.
I mean, is there a short answer to that? I don't know. But as he said, I think
it's the same. Do your own research and blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing. But when the tools are around and available, they're going to make yourself a little bit more confident as you're kind of about to jump in and take the next step in NFTs. For me, I jumped off the side and did a cannonball and hopped right in. But, you learn from your mistakes and you grow. So that's kind of back to this is like we're trying to make it easier for people that maybe aren't in the NFT space or even in the token space in general, just to have a little bit more confidence and education as they start to look and search the web for these kind of things.
Yeah, videos posted on Brainstem later, right?
I mean, there's
Brainstem.
Yeah, I mean, we'll address the Brainstem question a little later.
Yes, We will address that.
We will address
later.
that. Yeah.
I am actually in a DM.
It's actually for the Arca ecosystem, not directly linked to anything on Scratch. But yeah, as Tim did mention, Scratch will be leveraging that use case of Brainstem for their advantage. So that's all for now. But yeah, Brainstem is something that we'll definitely address a little later.
But again, hopefully the project from a holistic meta view is that it becomes much easier to get into NFTs when you have standardization, right? Which is what the space needs, right? So we hope to be part of that problem to make it more approachable.
Right.
All right, sorry about that, guys. My wife was sitting there messaging me. She was saying my mic was giving me stuff again. All right. Was there any other questions, any other comments for the Scratch team here tonight, guys? This is that one prime opportunity. Any questions for Mr. Doug back there?
I mean, he's been awfully silent. I know. I wanted to bring this up.
Yes.
Whenever he's around Tim and myself, it's hard for him to get anything in. He's just learned it over
So, okay, I'll ask one question to Doug right now. What interested in this project idea for you that made you be part of it?
Look, aside from the fact that I would probably jump in feet first or even head first with Tim and Sean any day, the whole concept of being able to produce something that's going to help create a different tool for people to use and actually create a marketplace, I think is what excites me the most. It's forging new ground. It's changing an emerging industry. There's a whole lot of things that would get me excited about this.
Nice.
And I've been quiet because, like, Tim wasn't kidding. I've been up for a day and a half, so.
I know those struggles.
Yeah, I mean, you really need some rest now.
And let me tell you, it's not going to get any easier. Once you tear that Band-Aid off, it don't stop.
It was funny because I told him, I said, hey, once we get past this and we get to these next levels, we'll just put some people in place and get some of the design. You just oversee it. And he goes, well, then what the heck would I be doing? And I was like, I mean, get some sleep. I don't know.
Yeah. I need some minions.
Right.
That's an hour, boys. Good stuff.
All right, I guess we have no other questions for the Scratch team, at least for now. In fact, I have a lot, but I should better hold them out for the later stages. I mean, probably it will be too early for me to bring out those questions right now. So, Quester has also been a little silent. Quester, what's your opinion on Scratch? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's great. I think they have a really good project idea. And just from the presentation alone, that was phenomenal. And I really liked it. I was actually over here putting notes in my notebook and writing down what they were, like everything from there, just so I could read over it again whenever I need a refresh, or just to kind of wonder if something else pops up, or because I'm definitely gonna be talking to friends about this as well. So I just have that little notebook there to tell them about this too.
Hey, don't forget to send them to your YouTube channel. Remember, this is recorded.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, definitely. I'm going to be making sure to make a YouTube channel about this stuff as well. So that's the other reason why I'm writing this stuff down, and that's why I was quiet, because I just wanted to listen, gather much info, so I could throw this into a video for you guys.
That's true. Well, and in the meantime, if anyone who is in the live stream has still not subscribed to 3 of our channels, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's the only support that we require from you guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and turn that bell on so you know anytime that we're going live or when a video is released by anybody. Again, Doug, Tim, everybody from the Scratch team. Sorry, guys. I have most of your names, but, man, thank you guys for coming on. It was a pleasure to get to see you guys first live here. Man, I look forward to seeing what you guys bring to the table. How we're going to revolutionize things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll keep you guys updated as we have progress,
Absolutely.
okay?
Definitely.
Yep.
man.
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's get my big ugly mug off of here real quick. All righty, guys.
Yeah.
So, also a heads up, Miss Bread has a link to the stream tonight too. She has that announcement ready that we were talking about earlier, Mr. Oslin,
Okay.
for that competition. She was like, "Hey, I'll just send you the image." I said, "How about I send you a link?"
A
I
trade-off.
was like, "No, no, no." She's like, "You ain't getting out of this one."
That's
Hey,
right.
guys.
So she gets involved.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it looks good that she comes down here and announces it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We don't want to take that space from her. That's something that
That's
she will have, as
Yeah,
her
that's-
part of
that's-
Archa Cafe.
yeah. That's her highlight. We get to
Right,
talk about everything
right.
else.
Mhm.
I mean, the team has really done a good job in terms of organizing the entire competition and getting things done and stuff. So yeah, I would say it's only deserving for her to come online and go ahead and announce the results.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing to all our viewers. One, I do apologize to the questions that we could not get to this evening. We were kind of on a time
Yeah.
schedule with that there, guys. I'll tell you what, if you still have those questions, make sure to go to the scratchengine.com. Follow their social links. Make sure to drop those questions on their social platforms. One of them, guys, will get back to you and be able to keep you up to date with what's happening on that project.
Yeah, and a couple of my personal views on a few of the questions that we have run through, especially right now, I see one from Lewis as well. Can someone explain 1% Nft distribution? It's quite early right now to even speak about all this stuff because this AMA was kind of an introduction to the entire project, right? So there is still a lot of time because the white paper completely, I haven't personally gone through it. The website just launched right now. We need to go through the entire stuff and try to understand how it all pans out or how it all works out for everyone. So it's pretty early. I suggest that we just wait for a couple of more days and probably, someday down the lane, we will definitely have them back on Arca Cafe sometime, right? So this is just the first AMA that we have had. So it's not like it's the last. So we'll definitely be having them once again, wherein I personally have a lot of questions to ask them. But like I said, I've held back my questions because of the early stages that we are in. So once the pre-sale ends, once the actual launch happens, and we see some changes that are there in terms of the roadmap achievements and stuff. So I will be bombarding them with a lot of questions. I mean, I was speaking to Tim yesterday with almost like 20, 30 questions in line. I mean, you should have seen Caddy on the,
Oh, man, guys.
Telegram chat, right? So I do have a lot of questions, but yeah.
Nope, I'm right there with you. I held all mine back as well. I had a chance to speak with Tim a little bit last night, and I'm like, you know what? The questions I am going to ask are going to be those hard ones. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to leave those until you willingly give that info. Because, that is the one thing. With new projects that are in either beyond their discovery, but they're in their R&D. They're in that research and development, right? That's a very critical point for any new project where they got to maintain a level. They got to keep that wall up of the proprietary and what's coming out because in this world, it's something else. So much respect to them, guys. They have their ducks in a row, and that was proven here tonight, and I freaking love it. I've had a chance, like I said, to talk with Tim a few times. He is an awesome project manager. He's motivated. He's dedicated. He has that ambition and that drive for it, as you could see here this evening.
That's true. Like I said, right, you cannot reveal all the information at the very beginning itself because there will be a lot of people who are waiting to just copy your idea and move forward. I mean, we have seen token launches. Actually, I've personally seen. In fact, I'm sure pretty much many of you who are watching this video might have also seen token launches have been sabotaged with wrong contract addresses out there. The moment you see that there is a token launch that's happening at this time and date, you have like 10 different duplicate contracts with the same name that are out there, and people get wrecked. The only reason being they just buy the scam token. And I have literally been seeing one of the projects which I do not want to name. Recently, I was just watching, and I wanted to buy in at the launch time, but I was just watching. It's on the BSC side, and I was just watching how the chat applies and stuff like that. And it did go up, it did have a good launch, but then all of a sudden it started dropping, and then the transactions almost came down to a nil. And I just went down to Dextools, had this thought in the back of my mind because I've seen this happening. I just typed in the name. There were like 4 different contracts available for the same project under the same name of the token, right?
Yep.
So, and I see that almost 2 to 3 of them in those 4 are having a very high activity, which ideally is like, there are these scammers who are cashing out as and when they have this BNBs coming out their way, but the actual original token that's supposed to be there as a project is getting sabotaged. And that's something that you really do not want, right? So certain information should be released as and when they are supposed to be released. So we understand that there is an urge to know more. And I mean, I do have that urge as well sometimes, right? So as an investor, if you look at it, yes, but as an owner of a project, think of it in this perspective as well, because you're having an idea with you and you want to showcase it to the world. You need to maintain that secrecy to a certain extent as well. The same goes with Archangel as well, too, right? Certain other things that ideally happen, until they happen, we do not want to release the details. So if you go ahead and do that, there are always people who just copy paste your idea. That's as simple as that. When you can so easily scam people with the new Telegram group and a fake Joe available on the Telegram group as well.
Yep,
I mean, by the way,
you found that one, I'm assuming. There was somebody going around adding people from our main Telegram in there.
Yes.
They got Kira earlier today. And then the ironic part is they added Kira to that group, but there's a cloned account in there for Kira. Like, what the hell? She told me about it.
Kira
I was
has
trying
a
to get in
duplicate
it.
account.
Am I not cool enough? Like, I have yet to see myself on one of those telegrams.
Hey,
Like,
you know what?
I'm a little jealous now. Kira
Yeah.
keeps getting added. I've never been added these.
Yeah, they got
Don't
a
you do one
hatred.
thing. I'll do one for you.
They got a
Thank you,
hatred.
that's fine.
They got a hatred for me. They immediately blocked the caddy name.
Yeah.
Like most of these groups I go to get into, it says it's not available. And Kira's like, well, I'm in. I'm like, yep. They blocked me right out of the gate. They're like, nope. Oh, man.
I mean,
guys.
that's ridiculous, that's kind of something that you need to be really careful about. And like I said, guys who are listening onto this live stream, if you see a fake Arca Telegram group which says that there is an airdrop, even though Joe is there in the group, and speaking of airdrops and stuff, there are no airdrops that are happening for Archangel.
No.
All right, there are absolutely none. So whatever happens is what is available on Uniswap, you go ahead and buy it. Or if there are any such events or competitions like the logo competition and the price prediction competition that we have right now, so those are the ways that you can earn some free Arca. That's the only way available right now. If there is an airdrop, then every one of us would know. Okay, every one of us would know. I'll be the first one to register.
Yes. So. Oh, man.
All right, so Wilkerson Special Brainstem, right? What is it that you... I'll put it across in a very simple word. Think of it as an educational segment where you have certain educational related content available for any specific project that is on the Guardian platform, right? So basically, I believe it's all to do with videos, educational videos, and certain other information that would be available. That's what Brainstem is. So what more details on how it all looks and what all details it would contain, I think probably we'll just have to wait for the entire ecosystem to come out, and we'll definitely be discussing more on that in detail as and when we receive further information on that. Yeah.
Let's put it this way. Brainstem, we will know a lot more in short time. Give it a few more weeks here. There's a lot of information that's going to be coming out here fairly soon about that. Hold on one second. Brad says, I'm ready. Holy crap, I'm ready. 1 second. Okay.
Yeah. Please bring it on.
Yeah. You know,
like Stacy said earlier, she was still doing her hair. So she's probably finishing up right now, Stacy.
She gonna come on here and smack the heck at you? No.
Yeah.
No.
Caddy was speaking something. You got cut off.
It's all right. I'm just leave it alone. I'm just gonna wait in due time, man. Wait in due time.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't read anything anywhere, because there is no much official information released on that. So we'll just have to wait for that. That's it.
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected to get dropped, but if anything I've learned, expect the unexpected on the Archa Cafe. It just that one kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, wait a minute.
Exactly. We have a comment from Kevin.
Where's it at?
Will Brainstem create brain cells? Probably, or probably gives you an idea on how to use those brain cells to invest in crypto.
Yes.
You guys.
Smack the heck out.
Welcome, Miss Brad.
Hello. The hair
Yeah.
looks cool, by the way. Stacy was right.
Who was talking about me?
No, we were not speaking about you. We were not speaking about you. We were speaking about your hair. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. No, I was running around trying to find
That's
my
nice.
glasses. So
Mhm.
I'm ready. That was really cool watching the Scratch team give their information. That was really
Yeah.
exciting. I don't know a lot about NFTs, but this is definitely going to encourage me to learn more about them.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. So, do we have the results available for the prize prediction competition?
We have a winner, and although it was
Wow.
not an exact guess, it was
Mhm.
super close. Super close.
Wow.
So
Wow.
let's
Did
see.
they guess higher or lower than the price?
It was just a little bit lower.
Hmm.
So,
So, how was the response for the competition? Like, how many prize predictions did we ideally get, and how many edits this time?
actually, Lucifer would know. Lucifer would know the edits. He does a very good job of keeping track of that stuff. We did
Mhm.
have more guesses this time, more entries. I'm just trying to find the room. Here it is. We did promote this on our social platforms, so we were getting some unrecognizable names in. This time we had 175 entries, and
Wow.
I think the first contest was, well, it was. I'm pretty sure it was less than that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it
around
was,
130 or something is what I vaguely remember.
yeah. So I have I had texted Caddy, or I messaged him earlier, and I have an image of the winner's name. If I send that
Mhm.
to you guys via DM, can you put it on the screen?
I was gonna
Maybe.
say,
Yep, I think Caddy can do that. He has exclusive access to that.
Ooh, exclusive. Okay, hold on one second.
Okay.
He's there.
Yes.
Caddy, we need your
Um,
exclusive access to showcase the result.
Nope.
Okay.
If she's ready, okay, I can do it that way too. One of
Yeah.
these times, Miss Brad, we'll jump in here and I'll show you how you can screen share a file and stuff too, so that way you can do this here on your own.
Oh, great.
Let me get that ready. Make sure there's nothing. Okay. Too much
Yeah.
stuff going on. Always.
Double sure. Make it double sure that you only show us the
Yes.
result.
There you go. Congratulations,
Wow.
Maradona.
Maradona. Oh man.
Like I said, it was
And it
very
was-
close.
6753. Yes.
Wow.
that's, I was gonna
I
say,
mean,
that's
the
really
six-
close.
Yeah, that's really, really close. That's kind of a lucky number for a few, right? That 3 6s
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
something. All right. There you have it.
So congratulations, though.
Yeah.
First winner of the year.
Yeah, very cool. And I'll DM her, and we will take care of transferring her prize to her. And that's not the last contest. We have a couple other things in the works. Maybe something similar to this, but I also know that there's somebody in the community who's ramping up something entirely different. And that's all I can say right now.
Oh,
Oh,
But it's going to be big.
another bomb drop.
I'm.
Dropped a little bomb.
Yes.
This is the
I mean,
place for it.
the very first Arca Cafe for the new year is now opening up with a lot of bombs in there.
I
That's the only way
know.
to do it.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I hope they're not smelly, okay?
No, we don't do that
Come
here.
on now.
No.
No.
Trust me, my dog's got enough of that for all of us.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What else you guys
yes.
got going on?
Oh man.
Yeah, go on, Kenny.
Gosh, so much going on this week. So we have
Mhm.
Brainstorm that dropped on the chat, on the stream. Then Guardian. this week, big bomb drop with Guardian and a ninth component. Ninth component. I have lost track.
Ninth component. Yeah, I have lost track too.
Yes. Yeah. And I believe it's still under a code. I can't even say this is a code name because it actually makes sense for its intent and purpose. But the ninth component called Herald, or the Herald, however we want to call it. I'll let people's imaginations run for a moment with kind of how that comes into play. Again, take that name to heart. It has a meaning behind its intent and purpose. Let's see. What other questions do we have?
Caesar says, "Oh man, I did not win." Well, Caesar, I have one thing to you. If your marketing activities are running high up and they're actually doing a very good job, then you have already won, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't need these 500 billions because you're bringing in those billions from outside, right? So
Yes.
Definitely.
that's a very big win for you, in fact. I mean, just a shout out to all the people out there, even Miss Bread and Caesar and entire marketing team, because right now we got the Dex tools out and running, right? The Dex tools advertisements are up and running right now. So kudos to those efforts, and
Yes.
that's really cool, right?
As a matter of fact, I have that pulled up here. 1 second. Let me get back to it. Let me see if I do still have my screen share. Alrighty. So yeah, off on the side
There you
here,
have
you'll
it.
see
Look at that.
There we are.
right there.
That
Too many arrows.
Yeah. Okay. That was a little much. We could just go. Oh nope, it's not even going to cooperate with me. There we go.
you did too many
That's
times.
nice.
Yes, I'm still learning. I'm still learning that software.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that's one of the big things. Marketing's starting to ramp up. As a matter of fact, I thought this was not supposed to be live until tomorrow. I thought it was supposed to be the 3rd, and surprise, I was in the middle of getting stuff ready with the storms through here, and I jump in Telegram. I'm like, Dex Tools is live, and the sad thing is, I don't pay I personally don't pay attention to that stuff on the side. I had that open when I seen it. I was like, oh, okay. But no, that's huge. That shows, the marketing, it's starting to go into full effect. And this is just one piece of that puzzle going forward. So
Yeah. Caddy, it's the 3rd for me. So, I mean, officially speaking, I'm already in Jan 3rd.
Yeah, it worked.
So
just not
it's
for us
Jan
here in the
3rd.
US.
Yeah.
We're
Each
the
of
ones
those
that
equals video.
yes, I forgot about the Elapal stuff going on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, they have selected 8 Elapal winners, each receiving
40
a certain
billion.
amount of Arca. I'm going to leave it at that. Each
No?
of those 8 will
Okay.
create a video, and from there, we will select 3 video winners. Thank you. We have a big marketing team, and they're all doing great. Yes. And,
Yeah. Kudos to the entire team.
yeah, all the people that's behind the marketing, that group has grown so big, I can't keep track anymore. But, Caesar himself directly, Miss Bread, and your guys' team that works below you. That's about all I can say. You guys have a lot happening on that end of the table when it comes to marketing, advertising as a whole. Arca's got some big stuff coming. So
Yeah.
We're trying. And actually, on our go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say on our socials marketing, we're dealing with, it's worldwide, obviously. So right about the time that Caesar and I are working 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, VJ's coming on, and we get about a half an hour of working with him before we conk out and he starts his day. So
welcome to the international world. Like I said, crypto knows no time boundaries.
Yeah.
There's none that exist.
It's on 24/7. It's always on. You can take a holiday, crypto won't.
I
we
know.
didn't take a holiday. I saw all you guys on during all the holidays, and Nobody actually leaves.
Never. And this last week, I personally haven't been as active, but I'm still there. Just because I'm not typing anything doesn't mean I'm not still paying attention to everything.
I was about to say that. there's
That's
times where
true.
somebody
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
they
you
asked like,
picked.
"Where's everybody?" And I'm like, watching.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I'm still here. I'm just not saying anything. Just carry on with your day.
Caesar corrected. He said 50 billion Arca per Elipal there, or per winner. So awesome. Thank you for that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So did they announce the 8
That's nice.
finalists, or is that under wraps still until their videos are done? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we'll have to give Caesar just a moment to reply to that because this has about a 10-second lag from us to hitting them. So
Gotcha.
while that's going on, it's forbidden. Wilkerson says it's forbidden to leave. Oh, man.
Yeah,
A lot of big
it's
news.
like a beautiful prison with a beautiful garden. Yeah, so you cannot leave it. You don't want to leave the prison
Yes.
and go out to the world. The world is bad. The prison is good.
Safety net.
Because you get those selected individuals in this particular group, right? So the Archangel group is having that selected individuals in the group. So it's good over here. It's much safer inside than the outside.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, man. See,
All right. So what I was trying to tell in the meantime was Archangel has been building in the background all these days. So right now we have things to actually showcase, and all those, like Joe always says, right? They were planting seeds and now they're actually bearing the fruits and flowers and stuff. So that's what is ideally happening right now, because all those hard efforts that you put in terms of building the project from all these months before now is the time where you actually go ahead and showcase. Look at this. This is what we have. Look at this. This is what we got. And this is the reason why you need to come down to this particular project or this particular ecosystem. So it's all about results right now. So, I mean, that's what really interested me in this project from day one, because I've been here from the very initial stage when Archangel 1 trillion tokens was somewhere around $150, $160. That's the time frame that I have been in, and I've been silently observing a lot. Even before getting into Archa Cafe and stuff, I've been silently observing how the team operates, how the team functions, and I was really amazed, in fact, right? So the technical expertise the entire team has, the way that they approach to certain problems, and the strategic path that they actually take, right, for the benefit of the project on the whole in a very long run. It's not just the a recent 1 month or 2 months solution that they actually look for. They look for a long-term solution. Right. And I have been quoting this in my other videos as well. Even the contract migration is not just a short-term solution. It's a very, very long-term solution. And even the website migration to a VPS server, that's also a very long-term solution. And that's in fact a very safe solution that you actually got. Right. So
Yes.
all these strategic ways, not many people think of it. That's what I would like to quote. Not many people do that.
Yeah, exactly. They're more, the majority of minds picture things in a reactive state. With Archangel and the team that's driving it, they're being proactive. They think that 5 to 10 steps ahead. What is tomorrow? What's the day after? What's the year after? One thing that Joe or Archangel Token had dropped in here, you're talking about Herald. So one of the biggest issues I personally have came across inside cryptocurrency, communication, passive communication. What I mean by that is right now it requires you to be proactive. In order to communicate that collaboration between a project, you have to be engaged with it. Now, Herald, that is where this is going to be game changing with that. It's going to give that centralized platform for a project to reach their holders. It's going to be that announcement page. I'm still trying to be cautious here with what I say. The communication flaw and the burden that hits crypto and real world, even for that matter. This is something that goes across every business. It's something I witness, unfortunately, more often than not. And with miscommunication, it's like when you hear a story, hear something through the grapevine, all of a sudden this person was helping this person, well, the next person, that story gets twisted to the end where it makes absolutely no sense of what it was. It just happens.
It's like
way
Chinese
too dang-
whispers, you know. It's like Chinese
Yes.
whispers. You have that game. All right. So just one thing that I want to also add up to what Caddy was saying, in fact, in terms of providing information to the community. See, there are two things which I really liked about Herald. And in fact, I spoke about this in my video that I just did yesterday. So first and foremost, it's a very big benefit for the owners of the project. The first and foremost thing being they have one single channel to showcase their information, and that too, if it is official alone. Now, on the second side, for the people who are part of the project, the community, in fact, they don't need to go through various social platforms to know any information that they want to know about the project. It's just one single stop solution right now. You just get into the Guardian platform, go to the Herald component, and then you have it. You have the official announcements that are actually put out over there. So any other official, unofficial announcements that you actually get from any other source on the social platforms, be it the DM, be it a fake group or anything as such, you can come down to Herald and go ahead and verify that information. So only if it is posted on Herald, it's official alone. Anywhere else that comes out, which is an information which is not known to the community on the whole, it's something which is not true. That's like an easy partition that you can do. And one more bigger advantage is that not everyone is on Telegram, not everyone is on Discord, not everyone is on YouTube or Twitter. People use various platforms, right? So, but with Herald as one single web page entity, that would become a one-stop solution, and that's something that everyone can use. Once people start knowing about Guardian and once people start using Guardian, it's a simple one click of the mouse and a new tab opened on your browser, which will give you all the information you need, right? So if my crazy mind is again thinking some crazy thoughts, we might even see a Guardian app coming out, and that would even give you ease of access. How cool would that be? I don't know if it would happen or not, but just this crazy idea popped up right now while I was speaking. So what if you have a phone app available for both iOS and the Android platforms? That would even give you much more ease of access. So that ease of access, that security aspect in terms of clear-cut communication, and the advantage of reaching the entire crowd across various platforms or social media by through one single web page for the owners of the project or the developers as well, that's a very big plus point. And that's something that I really loved about this particular component.
Yes.
Okay. So one thing it seems like I am being a little pressured here. Okay.
All right. Go on, Caddy.
So hold on one second. Now my DMs are blowing up. Sorry, I missed a lot of the AMA. I know, abuse me. So Mr. Wilkerson, all right. Since he's beating our head about this, Brainstem. If many don't know, the version 3 of the ecosystem roadmap and documents and artifacts have been released and posted to the website. Only a handful of people had immediately caught the change in that ecosystem roadmap. One of that is Brainstem being added to the Epic ecosystem. Brainstem is a component of Guardian. It's component number 2 that's been talked about over and over again. It finally has shed its light of its name. That is, as we know from earlier conversations, component 2 is the educational component of Guardian. Yeah. What Brainstem is going to be that educational and informational platform. Again, I am trying to be cautious with what I say here. That educational informational platform that is portrayed over in video form. So imagine a crypto YouTube solely focused on education, information, and directed for newcomers and veterans alike in the cryptocurrency world. If you're looking, have a question, you should be able to come and get almost any answer that you're looking for out there. That's the most I can say at this time. Again, in a few weeks, the rest of it will shed its light. So,
yeah.
Sorry, guys. Don't mean for the dead air there. I'm getting blown up in the private chat about this right now. Yeah. So let's see here. All right, here we go.
Video library that will cover all things crypto. Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's all we can say for now.
Yes. Video content will be delivered via Google's CDN. And for those that don't know what CDN is, that is a content delivery network. Yes. That
Yeah.
is freaking huge. Stacy says, congrats, Caddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wilkerson,
Yeah.
you want the question again? What is brainstem?
Here we go. Here we go. We're just gonna keep doing this.
For like 10
Yeah.
minutes. Just bring up that comment.
Yes, yes.
But yeah,
No,
I mean,
for-
all questions open. It's really nice that people are digging a little deeper. And what really interested me is through this entire streams that we are having with Archa Cafe, right? Many of the days, I'm seeing a lot of people having asking those kind of hard questions that are coming out, not the regular when moon, when Lambos, right? And I really like the fact that people are really researching and people are really getting to know about things that they want to really know about in crypto. And that awareness is really something that everyone needs to have.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we have 66 GTO or Lucifer who says, hope you're feeling better.
Oh, thank you.
Brad? Yeah.
What is that?
This makes me feel better.
Ah.
There we go. Mine's empty right now, so
Cheers.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's just tea.
Caffeinated.
Well, we never know. We never know. It's not a transparent mug.
Secret
When
way.
Lambo. No, I don't like Lambos, my friend. I prefer Fiats and Toyotas. Or I prefer private jets, in fact. I was having a conversation with Aeroflex the other day. So I prefer private jets. I don't want Lambos. Lambos are for people who want to be on the ground. I want to fly.
There we go.
That is one way of looking at it. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
To me,
I mean, on the
Lambos are
lighter side,
overrated.
that too. On the lighter side, that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against our good man Joe's here motto. The Boba analysis, build or buy analysis. I'm that guy. I want to build. I don't want to buy. So when it comes to that car, and I want that speed of a Lambo and the handling of a Lambo, let me go out to my garage. Give me a week and a half. I'll build that SOB, but I'm not gonna go buy it. Oh, okay. We got some more news drop here on it. Let's see. So the library, it will contain thousands of videos from educational content to project and token reviews. And additionally, project videos will be linked directly to Guardian's live market data page. And, there's an and. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait for the next
easily
part
miss
of the
suspense.
message.
Yes.
This is where we say Joe's still typing.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
all the time. We can't do gifts
Dion
in here, darn it.
Nini's Silk. Is that how we pronounce it? I mean, it's
Yes. So yes, that is really, really huge. So on that market analysis, that you'll see the individual token pages. Not only will you see that live token data, but you'll see the links to their videos that's been dropped on Brainstorm's platform.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know. I love it. So if we all know
Yeah.
the Caddy vision, what I've always followed was 1, safety and security, number 1. 2, education. Release your own FUD. For these new investors coming in, that FUD, that anticipation builds up so fast of the unknown. That has always been my motto since I started up until about a month ago. My Twitter bio was, I'm here to help you release your own FUD and enjoy what you do and enjoy your investments. Brainstorm covers all that in one shot, and Guardian as a whole encompasses that vision and that goal. That's what crypto needs, and Arca and Guardian itself is going to provide that to this world. And that's why
Yeah.
I am so blessed and thankful to be here. I was just like you, Mr. Aslan. When you started following this project, I sat back, I lurked, I hung out. I wanted to see the community's reaction. I wanted to see this team's reaction. And I'm right here with you, buddy. That's the thing. We come
Yeah.
from two different worlds, but still the same backgrounds with our digital vision. And man, I'm blessed to be here with you, buddy.
Yeah, same here, man. I mean, it does say, right? So you have the saying, matches are made in heaven, like not the couple matches, but us three. Looks like it. I don't want people taking it in another way. So
Peace is the same person, just in
yeah.
different people.
Exactly. Like, I mean, all three of us have that similarity in terms of context of how we look at things. And especially Arca gave us the platform to probably come together. And I mean, it all started with it's just a snap of your finger that it all happened. Right. So when we initially had the discussion of having this cafe done, we were just like, okay, we were just discussing, let's have a collaboration. And I mean, just do one episode of a live stream with the collab, but then it came down to a full blown show on every week. Right? It's just magic. I mean, that's where I keep saying a lot of people, some of my friends and relations as well who are into the crypto, who ideally would like to take my advice a little. But I keep telling them magic happens only in crypto, and it can be in any way. It can be with price increases. It can be with meeting new people. I mean, it's simply awesome, and I love you guys for all the things that you do.
Yes.
Yes.
So Wilkerson had dropped in here, as I understand it from tonight's revelations. Brainstem, Brainstem is doing something no other crypto is doing, none whatsoever. And he's right. A lot of people say they're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I can vouch. Arca is doing something. They're not talking about it. It's doing. And he's wondering how he can help. You know how you can help there, Mr. Wilkerson? Tell the 96 or 94% of people that is unknown or afraid of this crypto world, direct them to Brainstem, direct them to Guardian, show them how easy it can be once this all comes to light. That's the goal, There's not going to be a more innovative and user-friendly platform for somebody starting out in crypto than what Guardian's going to unveil.
Mm-hmm.
See, the whole concept here is not asking people to buy Archangel or asking people to buy the Guardian token. It's not about purchase. Nope. It's all about awareness. So you build the awareness, just spread the word. As community members, all we will have to do is just spread the word. Once you keep spreading the word, out of the 10 people whom you have spoken to or introduced to the platform, 3 people might buy. That's still okay. But those 3 people might tell 10 others, multiply by each one of them. That's 30 people in fact. So that's how the marketing, actually the word of mouth, that works out, right? But on the sidelines, if you look at the other 7 people who did not buy into the project, at least they learned something about crypto, because Guardian is not a platform which is only for those who own Guardian tokens or who want to purchase Guardian tokens, right? So it's a platform which is there for crypto research. It is a platform that's coming out to give you all the information that's out there in the entire various platforms into one single space, and that's what it is for. It's like a knowledge tome, right? So you just get over to Guardian and learn about new projects which are there. Be it you're an investor into Guardian or Archangel or not, it doesn't matter. So you're introducing someone to crypto in general and trying to teach them the way on how they have to move forward in the crypto world, right? And later on, eventually, you will definitely see that those people who backed out a little or probably did not want to buy will definitely get in once they get to know what the project is actually doing, right? And that awareness build is what is really needed. It's not about, you go and speak about with 10 people, hey, I've just bought Archangel token and it's a really nice project and stuff like that. And go ahead and buy. It's a 10x gem, it's a 100x gem, it's a 1000x gem. It will give you a Lambo within 2 months. It will give you a flight within 3 months. And it will take you to the moon within what? 4 months? Yeah. I mean, you can be the Elon Musk of crypto or if you own this particular token. I mean, we don't want that. We just want people to know about what crypto is. We want people to just know about how entire crypto world works. So that's the whole concept. Build awareness. Just spread the word. That's all is needed.
Yes. So I just want to address this question. Johnny did ask us when the Scratch AMA was going, and this was one question we didn't get to. For you, Johnny, there, sir, I will say, check out scratchengine.com. Check out their white paper there. I believe it's page number 12. It lays out their entire tokenomics from their circulating supply to breaks down to their transaction taxes, everything there. That'll give you all the answers that you're looking for. Again,
I can take that. I can take that. I mean, you have a 2% distribution to the entire holders. You have 5% to the marketing, I believe. And then you have another 2% for the developments and stuff. I mean, it should be there on the website.
Yep, we can do this. I don't think I can make it large enough here, but this is the breakdown.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yep, for their tokenomics there. So I didn't want to speak on behalf of Scratch and start pulling their information here, but yeah, feel free to definitely check out their website. They have their ducks in a row. The white paper is available, and for you to look at that technical, the technical analysis, or I don't want, no, hold up. That fundamental analysis in a technical level. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, let's not get confused TA versus FA. That is two completely different realms.
Definitely.
Yeah. And one thing that I want or probably would suggest people to read is the way that they have formulated the token stability protection, right? So that's a taxation that's really nice. And I personally really liked it because I haven't seen any other project do that. All right. I mean, the way that they have done. Okay. So for big buys and big sells that is there, you have a 10% distribution to the holders. Just to give you a hint, it's 10% distribution for all those big buys and big sells, and the transaction tax that you apply is around 20%. So out of the 20%, you have 10% going out to all the holders, and that's pretty huge, especially when you have a lot of people who are transacting in huge quantities. Yeah, it's pretty huge reflections, in my opinion. So that's something that's really, what I can say, what I've not seen in any other project. I mean, you do have certain taxation systems for big buys and big sells, but not the distribution level that I've seen right now here. Almost all the projects usually pull that out to the liquidity, right? They do not give you much of the reflections apart from the standard 2 or 3% or 5%, whatever they have in the tokenomics. But this specific, tokenomic, how they are built is for the big buy and big sells, you have a separate percentage of tokens that will be given out to you as reflections, as against the regular 2% that you would be receiving. So that's pretty good. And yeah, John, in fact, to answer your query on the pre-sale, as of now, we know that it will be starting on Jan 15th, but more details, I guess, will definitely be revealed on the social platforms. And probably we would be sharing it in the Archangel community as well, because it's the Archangel community is what will be opened up for the pre-sale in the initial part itself.
Yep. Let's see all about the pre-sale.
Yeah.
As it starts. Yep. Yeah, guys, that is huge.
Yeah.
Oh man, I will be right back, guys. My dog is up there barking. So I know y'all can hold it down.
Yeah, it needs some scratching, I guess.
Those jokes for once.
Better than him barking at a detective at 7 a.m. on New Year's Day. Let's put it that way. I have had a very interesting week, nonetheless.
Yeah.
That sounds like a story.
That's
story
right.
you gotta tell us.
So, Brett and Questa, how are your New Year celebrations? How was it for you? The last week, the holidays, the New Year.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me it was pretty good. Got to hang out with some people there, and just have a nice, relaxed welcome to 2022. So, still can't believe it's 2022, but hey, we move on.
Do one thing. Do not buy the new calendar on your at your place. Okay, do not buy the new calendars. Set your phone to back date 2021. That's it. You're in 2021.
Yeah, right. I have to do that.
Yeah. So how about you, Brett? How was it for you the last week?
Christmas weekend was great. Came down with a little something afterwards, but but I'm here. I'm back. So
all back
good.
up. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
No champagne on New Year's Eve. Ice cream was good.
There you see the problem. Too much ice cream.
No champagne and cold mist. No, thank you. How was yours? You good holidays?
Yeah, I mean, I did get some time off to spend time with my family, and that was much needed because of my hefty schedule with all this YouTube work and my regular day job. I mean, it started eating away a lot of time, especially in the last 2 weeks, mainly because a lot of people on the other side of the world were on holidays, and here it was a little more extra for me to go through. So yeah, I did have a little more pressure on the day job part, but well, I do enjoy doing my work when it comes to be it my day job or my YouTube channel. It's just that the time frame that I had spent on it was quite a bit long. So took up a couple of days break. I had to give my wife her time and I had to give my family their time. So we went on a short picnic and we came back a couple of days. That's it. It was nice. It was fun to begin the new year with.
Nice, well deserved.
Yeah.
Caddy, how's your dog?
So
So-
he's my pain in the butt. He will always be my boy,
Wait.
but my pain in the butt.
Did you
He
pet
gets
your dog or
jealous.
did you scratch it?
No, he gets mad because he can't come down the stairs and actually join me down here.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever I'm
I mean, bring him
doing my
on.
recordings, he just
Bring
he
him
can't
on.
make it down the steps.
Carry
No,
him
I
down.
don't know. Oh yeah. All right, hold on a second.
He'll
Here's
love
what I'm mad
that.
about
I
this.
know.
Bring him in. Bring him in. Come on. Bring him in. You know, you should have a small Arca dollar on the dog as well. You know, it would be a good accessory to use.
Yeah, right. Or should I?
Or you have this clothing that comes out, right? For dogs and cats, you have the clothing. So you can also have that Arca logo on those clothing. That would be something cool. You know, you take your dog out for a walk and you see those logos out there.
Right.
Oh, Crispy asked an interesting question. It's an
Mhm.
interesting question. Do you
Do
guys,
you guys also
get extremely bored during your day job?
Say hi. There's Harley.
Oh,
I don't.
Look.
Hello.
Aw.
Hello.
That's my guy. Okay, you ready to get down? Yep.
All right.
thanks for visiting, buddy. My dog's outside my office door wondering why
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah. Mine
Yeah,
I
gave
think
up.
he's a bit
Sit down
shy,
this way.
Caddy. You should have told him. You should have told him that you are bringing him on in front of the camera. You know, you should have got him prepared a little.
You mentioned camera to him. He is the most camera shy dog in the world. If you hold up your phone like you're taking a picture, he'll turn his head and run.
Oh man.
Hopefully,
Nice.
Kira still wasn't watching.
So Crispy, to answer you,
Mhm.
I mean, no, I don't get bored a lot.
The way you said that question, it means that you are bored.
No. I mean, I do still enjoy my day job. I still like it. But also, it gives me, I have enough time to be able to balance between the two. That way, if Telegram needs my attention or anything, I can just jump in there real quick. So yeah, I was gonna say, just like long story short, yeah, I still do enjoy my day job, and I plan on enjoying it for a little bit longer. Not too much longer, but a little bit longer.
Yeah.
No, you
I'll
mean
tell you,
enjoying by mean bearing that day job, a day job, you know?
Yeah.
Bearing with it. It's not about enjoyment.
You know, and that was one thing with my day job. Arca started to consume it. Like I became, again, like I say this all the time. Crypto started as an investment to a hobby, to a passion, to an obsession, to say the least.
Yeah.
And I caught myself at work spending more time dealing with Arca than I did with my day job. And it's like, oh no.
I want to take my day job, right, and transfer it from being that day job over to more YouTube and just dedication to Archangel. That right there is the goal. Maybe we'll be able to reach that by the end of this year, but I don't know. We'll see. You know.
Exactly. I mean, that's the entire goal I have. I mean, I think for all the three of us, or the four of us, would definitely agree. With all the day jobs that we have, the only thing that's stopping us is to fully commit ourselves to the passion that we are having, right?
Well,
so it's just that small bit of a portion which is taking away that of your time, which you need to divert to on an important aspect because you are obviously earning from it. So once you have that financial freedom in place, is like that is when you can completely devote yourself to your passion. I mean, you start doing what you love to do, like a lot of people say, right? So not many people get their dream day jobs. I mean, my dream day job, to be very frank, was to become a game tester, right? So yeah, I didn't get it, but nonetheless it's fine. It's absolutely okay. But I'm only looking forward now to continue that passion from my day job, and that's only possible after financial freedom. So work hard and work smart to get that financial freedom. Once you have it, then the world is yours. That's all I would say. So
Definitely.
I think we are in the right place and the right time, especially when it comes to crypto investments on a whole. And yeah, 2022 is a year of surprises for crypto. Let's see what we have in store.
Definitely. Yes.
And I'm really looking forward for the day where we all four of us can meet up in an actual regular cafe and probably do a stream together, right? Along with Joe included as well. Crispy, Joe, and many others, whoever wants to join, everyone. So
All
it's just
four-
a big old bonanza.
Yeah, all 4 channels streaming, but just one camera
Yeah.
being used. That
Yes.
would be an amazing day. Definitely.
Exactly. Yes. I'm really looking forward for that kind of a day. I mean, I really want to meet you guys in person. So let's see.
Yes.
When it happens, it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I got a feeling it's going to be sooner than later. I
Yeah.
know some conversations struck up in the chat that, you know,
Mhm.
at first we were talking about a year away, and then now we've been talking about sometime in March.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. The 9 months actually came down to 3 months on the Epic. So
Right.
other stuff
Yeah.
also have to be on a fast track.
Yes, say everything's following that track too now. Everything.
Exactly. I get you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I
He's
mean-
trying to get in trouble down here.
He's trying to pull you off camera now because he's shy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He hasn't been down here in so long. He's just checking everything out, and that bugs me. It's a wiring mess behind my desk right now.
Yeah.
And
And Christy,
I'm so OCD.
however it works for you. I mean, I'm up if I have my things ready that I can definitely come down to the space where you guys are, or you're always welcome here.
Mm.
We can meet up either ways, or we can all meet midway. In fact, any one single location, we can all meet midway. I mean, have a small party, enjoy, and then stream.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
That's my boy. I tell you, he's a 45-pound pack-a-punch.
Oh.
Ain't ya? No. All right. Yes. Oh, yep, that's the spot. He's just like, I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah.
We could finish this
But
stream
yes.
just
Yes,
Caddy playing
this
with
is
his
my
dog.
boy. I know, right?
Right.
All right. Come on, buddy. I know. He's just like, I don't want to go.
now that he's been seen on camera, he's not shy anymore.
Yeah.
Nope. Now he's just want to lay in my lap. That's my boy, though. I'll tell you.
You guys got anybody else coming on tonight? Any
I don't-
surprise guests?
I don't believe so. I haven't heard much
Mhm.
from anybody else, but you know, it is still getting over the holidays and everything. And get your butt down. You know, getting over the
Yeah.
holidays and everything. I think they want to give the floor to, you know, Scratch this evening. Let them have shine their light and go from there.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. And I'm telling you, those guys. You know, I've known Tim for quite a while from within the Arca community. I am so glad to see some of our community members that have pulled together and what they're bringing to the table. It shows the power and the strength of a community overall.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's time for us to end the stream right now because Caddy is having a hard time to manage his dog.
Right.
His dog needs his individual attention, you know. I know, we understand.
Oh yeah, he's playing right now.
Right.
No. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but he's up there.
We did. And that was not something nice to hear.
No. He's sitting here looking at my face like he's wanting to bark at me, but he's refraining. Oh, guys.
I guess you need to give him some time, Caddy.
I do. And, you know, in all honesty,
Yeah.
I do. It's been a rough week. I haven't been able to spend a lot of time with him. Oh, this dog is amazing. Guys, I'm sorry. I have made a promise to Kieran, and I just broke that promise. I said I would never show my dog and never make him on a scene. And so
I mean,
So
no
I'll
harm
be
in
dealing
that.
with that in about 20 minutes.
Great.
We
I
won't
wish
tell
you
her,
all the
we
best.
promise.
Yeah, we won't tell her, but we'll show her.
Yeah, right. It's two different things here.
Yeah, and welcome to Hot Dog 800. He is one of my buddies from another project which I work for. So thank you so much for being here, and you can see my beautiful face right now.
Yes. Thank you, Hot Dog, for
Yes.
stopping in. That's the first time I've seen that
Yeah.
name here. So welcome to the cafe, guys.
Definitely.
And everybody, thank you for making us part of your Sunday night. This has become
Yeah.
a true family tradition, I gotta say. Especially tonight. As for forgiveness instead of permission, Stacey, are you married? I gotta ask that.
There is no forgiveness in marriage. There is no term called forgiveness in marriage.
Yes. Oh,
You guys are funny.
Yeah.
we try. We try to keep it up here.
We gotta be funny
No, where
because
else would I spend my Sunday evening except for here?
Yeah. It's just
Good
those
night.
Monday morning laughs for me. It's really nice way to start my week with Arca Cafe. Really love that fact that I get to laugh a lot and start my Monday. You don't have those Monday blues when you start off your day job.
That is very true for you there, sir. I keep forgetting that it
Yeah.
is Monday morning.
Yeah.
Let's see. Joe saying, awesome cafe as always. Well, thank you for stopping in, and again, thank you for the Scratch team coming by. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure and an honor to host them here tonight. And you, Miss Brad, it's always a joy to have you on. And
It's always awesome. to-
Mardana. Yes, and Mardana, congratulations again on the win this evening. Let's see. Have I missed anything?
When Lambo.
I thought it was when Toyota.
see,
No.
Yes.
Okay, when island. When a private island.
we gotta find a private island that all of us can meet at that can just all go to equal distance.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Just like what Kirsty said, there's got to be an island out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have Aeroflex with the private jet services available, so
Right.
we can book
I'll
it to
tell you.
take us on the trip.
If we hit that point that we all get to meet on one Hondo, I like that.
Yeah,
One
and
Hondo.
the Japanese are always amazing, right? With their Hondas and Toyotas.
Yes. Stacey, enjoyed seeing you all. Have a great night. You too, buddy. We'll see you around there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I promise to be more active in the TG this week. I've been trying to teach myself self-control. I get in that Telegram and I can't get away. So
Yeah,
to avoid the situation, let's not talk at all.
exactly. I have a suggestion for you, Caddy, in those aspects. Forget that you're on Telegram always. Okay, you're just there. It's the part of your daily routine. It's part of your life. Integrated. So don't worry too much about it. It's just like yeah, and we have a whole new level now.
Yes.
Private space station.
Oh my.
Yes, we take it to the moon.
Anything is possible. The future holds a lot of mysteries. We never know.
Definitely.
I mean, people are literally going. You have seen a lot of billionaires now going ahead with space travel, and that can really become a reality in the near future. You never know.
Commercial spaceflight, yeah.
Yeah, we can have colonies started off on the space stations, or you can have something like the Justice League, which keeps monitoring the entire Earth. So
Caddy's thing's cars. My thing is space. You start bringing up space. Ooh.
Have you watched Fast and Furious 9?
I have not. No.
Yes.
Better watch it because you have the car and space combined together.
You have? Wait, where
Yeah.
are you? There. You
Me.
have?
I like them all.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I did hear rumors about that. I just.
But that was a crazy idea, which was well executed, in my opinion. It was a really crazy idea, but it was well executed. Something which you can ideally believe too. But yeah,
Well, let's hope
Let's
they I can enjoy it and not critique it too much. Like, wait.
I mean,
No.
on a lighter note, think of it this way: you have a Tesla, you have a SpaceX from Elon Musk. Combine them both.
Oh boy.
Send it to the space.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, send it to the space. That's it. Left to your wild imaginations now.
Yes. Alrighty, guys. I think
Yeah.
we have covered pretty much everything. Yeah.
I mean, we have covered all the major updates. We have got it up to, the Scratch team. We got their introduction. It was pretty nice and good to see all those new projects, especially rounding up to join Archangel ecosystem. Lot more in 2022 to hold. We never know how many new projects would come into Archangel ecosystem in the coming days, right? So yeah, all excited for 2022.
Yes,
Very,
definitely.
very excited for this year.
I know, and I can't
Yeah.
believe it's here already. It's
Yeah.
like, where the heck did 2021 go?
Bye.
Oh,
Well,
I was speaking about this to Question. In fact, change your calendars to 2021.
Yes.
You don't want 2021 to end.
Well,
Change it back to 2021.
see,
I mean, if there was time travel available, I would definitely go back to 2020 December because I want to buy more shit.
see, like, I'm stuck.
Or
between
probably.
changing my calendar to 2021 or not, because it's like, do I want to stay in the past or do I want to keep on going on with the future? That way I can meet you guys.
Yeah.
Steam
Thank
ahead,
you so
guys.
much, Stacy. You too. All right. I think we'll cut it off. I need to get back to my day job as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure.
I mean, you guys
Again, Miss
have a good
Brett.
night.
Yes, and Miss Brett, thank you for coming by. You guys are always welcome. Look forward to having everybody here. It makes it fun, interesting, and I'll tell you, I look forward to this every week, and can't wait till next weekend again with you guys.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks for having me,
Yes.
guys.
Always. All right.
All right.
Again, love everybody. Happy New Year, and
Yeah.
let's rock out to 2022.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bye, Arca fam.
See you all. Bye.